You're watching TimesXP. I'm Driti Atri, and here are the biggest stories making headlines across the globe today. So let's start with it. 12-day Israel-Iran war. Well, a brutal 12-day conflict between Israel and Iran shook the entire Middle East and nearly pulled in other nations as well. NATO's secret plan, while Western allies quietly prepare Operation Eastern Sentry just in case Poland need urgent military support. Iran's warning to neighbors. Former IRGC chief Mohsen questioned Saudi Arabia, Turkey, and Iraq that they can be Israel's next targets. Call for Muslim unity here, while he also urged Muslim nations to unite against what he calls Israel's expansionist agenda in that particular region. Gaza bombing intensify. Israeli airstrike killed dozens, including women and children, sparking outrage worldwide. Humanitarian crisis in Gaza, while civilians face shortage of food, water, and electricity as infrastructure lay in ruins. Israeli hospitals overwhelmed. War injuries filed emergency rooms, stretching Israel's healthcare system to its limit. Houthi drone escalation. Well, Yemen's Houthi attack Israel's Riyadh airport, exposing their weakness, the weakness of air defense system, the weakness of Iron Dome. Hypersonic missile threat. Houthi claim to launch a Palestine-2 hypersonic missile with cluster warhead at Israel. Rockets aimed at Tel Aviv. Israel intercepted multiple rockets, but their longer range alarmed defense experts. Arab emergency meeting. Leaders gathered in Cairo and Riyadh after Doha strike just to plan a united response. Arab NATO revival. Egypt pushed to revive a NATO-style Arab military alliance to deter Israel. Qatar accuses Israel. Doha charged that Israel assassinated Hamas leaders on its soil, breaking international law. Gulf state pressurizes the United States, while regional powers quietly urge Washington to slam Israel's action. Mr. Trump's warning to Israel. Trump told Israel that striking Qatar could destroy its Gulf partnership and harm the United States' interest. US balancing act here. America defended Israel in public but carefully avoided clashing directly with Qatar. Sanctions on Iran discussed. Washington weighed fresh sanctions targeting Iran's military supply chain. United Nations deadlock on ceasefire. Despite calls for peace, the Security Council failed to pass a binding resolution. Oil prices surged. Global oil markets spiked as fear of supply chain disruption gripped the Gulf. Analysts warn of wider war here. Experts say that the Middle East is one mistake away from a regional explosion. PTSD in Israel's army. Rising cases of PTSD reveal the deep mental scars left on Israeli soldiers. Hospitals under strain. Israel's medical system struggled as casualties from the battlefield kept arriving. Delhi's beheading horror. Well, a gruesome murder of an Indian man in a mortal stunned immigrant community in the United States. FBI chief in hot seat right now. Kash Patel faces Congress over intelligence failure against foreign and domestic threat, particularly Charlie Kirk's death. Venezuela versus the United States Navy. Caracas accused Washington of illegally detaining 9 fishermen in its waters. London protests shook. Over 100,000 protesters chanted "Send them home," created fear among the migrants. Police cordons breached. Demonstrators broke barriers, raising alarms about possible street violence. Anti-Muslim hate rise. Slogans at rallies spilled into hostility against South Asians, leaving Indians vulnerable. That's it for now. Stay tuned, stay sharp, and come back on TimesXP same time tomorrow for the latest news that matters the most. I'm Driti Atri. See you next time.